If this is the reality outside, you know it is the right time to eat sauerkraut. In today's video, we will be talking about the health benefits, ingredients and traditional ways of serving the queen of the German side dishes, sauerkraut. I hope that this video will inspire you to find new sauerkraut recipes or even to come to Germany next year. Keep in mind that I wasn't able to present all traditional ways to serve sauerkraut because this is impossible to do in 1 week time. At the end of this video, I have included my favorite sauerkraut dish, so make sure you watch till the end. Sauerkraut is extremely healthy, but I guess you knew that already. It is rich in probiotics, which have been associated with a better gut health. It also contains dietary fiber, which improves digestion, balances blood sugar, and may help lower cholesterol. It is also high in antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which both are associated with preventing ocular health. It is also a very high source of vitamin C, which is essential for supporting the immune system, and also vitamin K, which bolsters bone and heart health. And it also contains vitamin A, which is critical for maintaining good vision and reducing inflammation. It also promotes growth and development. Sauerkraut is made from fresh cabbage and salt, which is left to ferment, but some also add wine and spices. The most basic recipe for sauerkraut contains, of course, sauerkraut, onion, butter, meat or vegetable broth, salt and bay leaf. But to make things interesting, we've got also other options. From the liquid section, we've got already mentioned broth, wine and apple juice. If you are using onion in your sauerkraut, it also needs a bit of fat, which is either butter or lard. From the spices section, we've got juniper berries, pepper and caraway, as well as salt, pimento, bay leaves and cloves. If you would like to add meat to your sauerkraut, bacon or ham works the best. And if you want to balance the sourness of sauerkraut, you can add cubes of apple, sugar or applesauce. As you can see, there are many possibilities, and it seems that every restaurant or household has its own recipe. Even on my tour, I let people try different variations of sauerkraut, because even in Frankfurt, there are different ways of preparing sauerkraut. Some restaurants do the plain one, some add some spices, and some even meat. Overall, you can say that the most popular is the basic recipe and also the recipe with some spices. If you go to Franconia, you may find some meat in it. In Saxony, you can often find not only meat but also caraway. And in Bavaria, they sometimes add to it, which makes it more thick and buttery, of course. One of the most typical ways of serving sauerkraut is for sure with sausages like Bratwurst, but also parboiled sausages. All over Germany you can also find a dish that is called Schlachtplatte, and this is kind of a meat platter that contains different regional meats and sausages. The Frankfurt one usually is got the cured pork loin as well as liver and blood sausage. In many different regions you can also find sauerkraut served with cured meat. On the screen right now you see knuckle of ham. In Frankfurt you can find it served with cured pork loin, which is called Frankfurter Rippchen, but also cured beef, which is called here in Frankfurt Rindersolber. I love how tender those meats are. In Swabia they've got a dish that is called Schupfnudeln, and those are potato dumplings, very similar to gnocchi, that I usually cook and then fry with sauerkraut and bacon and onion as well. Schupfnudeln got a beautiful consistency because they are creamy from inside, and when you fry them, obviously, they go crispy from outside. If you go to south of Germany, you will likely find this dish on the menus of the restaurants there. Another meal that I would love to share with you, it comes from the city called Trier, which is the oldest city here in Germany. The dish is called Terdish, I think this is the right way to pronounce it. And this is basically a mixture of mashed potatoes as well as sauerkraut, spiced with salt and pepper, and served with fried onions that are prepared either with balsamic vinegar or Maggi. And those come on the top of the mash. My favorite ratio for this dish would be 1/3 sauerkraut and 2/3 potatoes. And I would also recommend to put a little bit of sugar to make the onion caramelize, especially if you don't like too much sour. I think that balances the dish perfectly. In some regions in Germany, they make also a dish that is called sauerkraut casserole. And sauerkraut casserole is made of mashed potatoes, layer of sauerkraut, then a layer of liver sausage, sauerkraut and mashed potatoes mixed with cheese. On the top of it comes also another layer of cheese, and after 20 minutes you've got your dish ready to be eaten. And just one tip, if you don't like liver sausage, you can use another meat. You can really choose here according to your taste. And the last dish is the most spectacular dish that I have prepared with sauerkraut recently. And this dish is called Allgäuer Krautkrapfen, which come from a very beautiful region here in Germany called Allgäu. Krautkrapfen are made of egg noodle dough that I made myself. I'm actually so proud that I've managed. And the dough is filled with onions, bacon and some sauerkraut. And after being rolled out and prepared, it actually looks like a strudel a bit. The pieces were 4 to 5 centimeters wide, filled with the delicious filling, cooked in the broth for about 20 minutes, and then fried at the end. I can confirm that this is one of my favorite sauerkraut dishes ever. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you did enjoy it. I still got 2 kilos of sauerkraut left. So if you have any suggestions on what should I do with it, please let me know in the comments down below. I really hope that you enjoy watching all these autumn dishes on our channel. Last week I have concentrated on the autumn dishes from seasonal ingredients. And in the next 2 weeks I've got traditional German stews video coming up your way. So I hope you're gonna stay tuned. I wish you all a safe week and I see you on my next one. Bye!